The co-owner of a New Jersey gym that did not close despite coronavirus restrictions says the state government has frozen more than $150,000 in business assets. Ian Smith is locked in a struggle with New Jersey's Attorney General over Governor Phil Murphy's executive order closing workout facilities during the pandemic.
My partner and I checked the bank statement in the morning, and we had no money in our bank account. The state emptied out every single dollar that we have. This is in the middle of an appeals process and ongoing litigation. As simple as I can put it, this is an interference with our right to counsel.
In an elementary school in Cupertino, California, reportedly going full woke recently, where with the use of a book titled "This Book is Anti-Racist," a teacher instructed her third graders to deconstruct their racial identities and then rank themselves according to their power and privilege. Let's debate. We bring in Democratic strategist Kevin Walling and the author of How Trump is Making Black America Great Again, Horace Cooper. Great to have you both back, gentlemen.
Hey, Shannon, good evening.
Okay, let's start with these third graders. And by the way, a number of parents went and got very heated, apparently, with the administration, and they're backing off, suspending this this project for now. But it says, and Chris Rufo, who is talking about it in City Journal, he says the teacher explained to the students that they live in a dominant culture of white, middle-class, cisgender, educated, able-bodied Christian English speakers who have created and maintained the culture in order to hold and stay in power. Horace, third grade.
Third grade. You see, hate and racism isn't something that you come across on your own. It has to be taught. It has to be ingrained. And that's what this is, and that's why it's so dangerous, and that's why it needs to be stopped.
Kevin, I remember maybe we were taking on long division. I don't know, third grade, but being told to deconstruct my racial identity and then rank themselves according to their power and privilege. They're like 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah, Shannon. This is an interesting story. It seems like it's isolated to this one teacher in this one classroom. The amazing thing to me is to see the response from the conservative media over this, which has always been in terms of local school control and curriculum. To see them make this as big of a deal as it is not surprising to me. No, but to have an authentic conversation about race, I think is important. We don't know the necessities of this curriculum, but it's important, I think, to have that authentic conversation about race at younger times with our students.
This isn't a conversation about race. This is teaching people bigotry, and we've never agreed that local communities could hide behind that kind of autonomy to promote that. Not about race.
Horace, Horace, I'm not defending this teacher. I'm saying we need to have authentic conversations with our youth about this. Is this the right idea? Maybe not.
Well,
Definitely
I mean, the fact that
not.
parents went and were able to intervene with the principal, I mean, that's, if we're talking about local control, the parents whose kids are learning this stuff are the ones who need to be able to talk to the teachers and principals about whether they like it or not. It's their kids. Okay, let's talk about this gym in New Jersey. This has gone on and on and on. Today, they say they got up and $165,000 in their bank account was gone yesterday or today. They say that they haven't been charging their members anything since April. They have not had one COVID case traced back to them, and they're just raising money through GoFundMe and T-shirt sales, that kind of thing. Kevin, they say this is taking away their ability to defend themselves. It was money raised for their legal defense.
Yeah, Shannon, I think it's absolutely wrong. I live in Washington, D.C. Mayor Bowser's had our gyms open on a limited basis in a very secure community in terms of that. And I think, as we've seen from the science, it's more community spread among households in small groups around the holidays that's fueling this rise that we're seeing, where we're losing 4,000 Americans a day. So my heart breaks for those Americans that are losing their lives and their families, and these businesses that are being sheltered because of this rise. And I think we need to go where the science is. And the science isn't with the gyms, it's with these small community spreads. So I think Governor Murphy has to really reevaluate that policy.
Well, and of course, the argument has been when we're told that some of the risk factors are obesity and people being unfit, and that, I mean, listen, it's affecting people of all kinds of different fitness level and backgrounds and whatever, but it's having a worse impact on people who do have extra weight and those kinds of things. So these guys say they're all about their freedom, but they also say, listen, we want to help people stay in shape during this.
Yeah, you're absolutely
Well,
right.
absolutely. We're supposed to be encouraging responsibility. We're supposed to be encouraging people to take the right steps. But let's also look at what's happening in Florida. Let's look at what's happening here in this state, in the state of Texas. There is a remarkable difference between allowing people to make the right and smart choices, listening to the science, rather than what they're doing in New Jersey, where they're shutting people down, ruining the economy in the process, and then the president-elect has to come out with a $1.9 trillion package as a way to obviate all of this. Let's cut that out. Give people freedom. Let people recognize that they can be smart and make the right choices.
Yeah, I mean, we're hearing from more and more Democratic leaders now who's saying the economy can't do this anymore. We're going to open up, and we're going to open up schools. So that's a change of heart for a lot of them, and we will follow that. And I know a lot of folks will be happy if that can happen. Thank you, guys. Good to see you.
Amen. Have a good night, Shannon.
Parler gets its day in court. We'll tell you about it next.